Records are meant to be broken, right? In this age of college football, where we continue to see freaks of nature evolve to become stronger, faster, and more athletic, it makes sense that new records may be up for grabs. And now, with an extended postseason, it may be unsurprising when some teams and players make an effort to reach a record milestone while chasing that championship trophy. But what if I told you that there are records in college football that may never be broken? Some that will never be close to being touched. In today's video, we're going to dive into college football's craziest, most untouchable records. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Be a part of my first 1,000 subs and you'll be a certified legend. Thanks for your support. This first record would call for an immediate firing of the offensive coordinator if pulled off today. In 1947, the Penn State football team displayed top-tier run defense, allowing only 153 rushing yards throughout the entire season. In a matchup against Syracuse, Penn State set the record for the best defensive performance, as the Orange put up a net negative 47 yards for the game. They did okay with passing for 60 yards, but they suffered 107 yards lost in the run game. Talk about defensive domination. In today's age of college football, this level of dominance would be impossible to pull off with the talent and the amount of big yardage plays given up consistently. The closest thing we got recently was Georgia's 2021 defense holding teams to only 78 rushing yards per game. Staying on the defensive side of the ball, the record for most individual sacks in a single season was achieved by Derek Thomas, as he racked up 27 sacks in the 1988 season. The only person to get even close to that number was Terrell Suggs in 2002. It's ridiculous to think that Derek Thomas wasn't double-teamed on every snap, and that's why this record is untouchable. There is no way that somebody of that caliber today wouldn't be double-teamed at the line, trying to at least make an effort to protect the QB. Our last defensive record goes to the 1969 Auburn Tigers, where they picked off Florida Gator John Reeves 9 times. Yes, 9 times. Although this was a record-setting performance by the defense, the focus points to Reeves and the Gators, as you begin to question why he was still out there after the 3rd, 4th, or even 5th pick. Luckily enough for Reeves, Twitter wasn't a thing and he eventually found his rhythm, finishing his career at Florida, setting national and conference records in passing yards and touchdowns. Flipping to the other side of the ball, we have a recent record that will be pretty hard to beat. Corey Davis is the record holder for the most receiving yards in his college career. With 5,278 yards spread across 4 years at Western Michigan, Davis is one of 2 players with over 5,000 career receiving yards. In 2017, Davis was the 5th overall pick in the NFL draft, going to the Titans, but today you'll find Davis on the Jet squad, ready to make some noise with Rodgers at the helm. Nobody's going to do what Davis did at Western Michigan, and I'd be very impressed if anybody even tries to come close. For the record on total team offense in one game, we shift our attention to the 1989 matchup between Houston and SMU. Quarterback Andre Ware and the Cougars put up 1,021 total yards on offense. In the first half of the game, Ware threw for 517 yards and tallied 5 touchdowns in a single quarter. It's important to keep in mind that this was the year after SMU suffered their death penalty, so the competition was not completely up to par. Houston coach Jack Party actually sat Andre Ware at halftime, so we can only try to imagine what the numbers would have been if Ware played the entire game. The craziest record from this list is the insane result of the 1916 football matchup between Georgia Tech and Cumberland. Georgia Tech completely toppled Cumberland 222-0. Yes, 222-0. Georgia Tech's coach, John Heisman, yes, the Heisman himself, took this game to a personal level. After Georgia Tech's baseball team was killed by Cumberland 22-0 on the year before, Heisman took to the gridiron to seek revenge. Running up the numbers, it's speculated that Heisman aimed at 222 points to deliberately retaliate against Cumberland. This record for the largest margin of victory will never, ever be broken. The final record we'll take a look at today is from a recent Big 12 matchup from 2016. Baker Mayfield and the OU Sooners visited Pat Mahomes and the Texas Tech Red Raiders, and man, the offenses went crazy. In a typical high-scoring Big 12 shootout, the teams combined for a record-breaking 1,708-yard performance. Each team put up an even 854 yards, with Mahomes showing off his arm talent for 734 passing yards and 5 touchdowns. He also set a record with 819 total yards by himself. The Sooners and Red Raiders tied the NCAA record for the most first downs in a game at 78 first downs. At the end, Baker and his squad got the best of the Red Raiders, taking this game 66-59 in Lubbock. We will never see an offensive performance like this again. So there you have it, the craziest, most untouchable records in college football. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you think I missed an important record, let me know. But on that note, thanks for watching. Peace.